Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I am Damian Farr, and tonight we're talking about the Writers Guild of America strike and the Screen Actors Guild American Federation of TV and Radio Artists strike. That's a mouthful, but I feel we should talk about it because there's a lot that is going on now with this. We'll start with the writer's strike just because that one came first, and as a writer myself, writing jokes, songs, this show technically, there's been a lot going on. So I feel like we got to start with that one first just because it's been going on longer. And I know, Damien, you don't talk about this stuff. You just keep movies. Yes, I know. We're going to mix it up for once. So we got to start talking about the Writers Guild Strike of America first because it started back on May the 2nd of this year. The reason I want to bring this up is because next year is going to be odd for movies and for shows. Shows, actually, this coming season, September is normally when the new shows start up. It's going to be weird because there's going to be so many shows that don't have writers or actors because of what's going on here. So let's start talking about the Writers Guild and see what they're wanting here to change, which I'm not taking sides. I don't really have anything in the race. As a writer myself, I'd like to see them get what they want, and I understand where they're coming from at least. Which is increase the funding and job security for writers. They want residuals from streaming media, which makes sense because they get it from TV. Why wouldn't you want it for streaming? Streaming is the future. Let's be honest there. It's the future of how things are gonna go. So they want to get some of that money that they should get. That's completely understandable. They also want to increase the size of writers' rooms, which, as a guy who's only written solo for the most part, I don't understand, but that's just me. I like writing things in advance and then working it out as time goes on, but that's just me. I can understand the writers' room, though. If I had the ability to have a writers' room, I would totally do it. And then they don't want AI to replace them. They want it to help research and facilitate script ideas. So, they want them to help make an idea or come up with ideas, but they don't want it to write their scripts, because for a while there was times where AI was writing the script and these writers had to fix up the script, which it's a terrible script because, no offense to the AI, it doesn't have that emotional core, for lack of a better term. Robot overlords, if you're seeing this in the future, I mean no harm. I don't want to offend you. So we talked about the Screen Actors Guild, or the Writers Guild of America here, so honestly, do I think this one's going to end anytime soon? Probably not. I'm assuming May it started. I'm going to assume it goes till September at least, if not past Christmas. This is just me speculating. I have nothing in this once again, but that's just me speculating. Let's go to the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of TV and Radio Artists. I just know it's SAG, so SAG, there's also the SAG Awards. So this one just started back on July 14th, 2023. Supposedly, we talked about Oppenheimer last week. Supposedly, all the main actors that were a part of the guild literally just walked out of the premiere. And Chris Nolan's like, I support them completely. And I'm like, good on Chris Nolan there. That'd be I wonder if that's a big talking point. Does that mean more people are going to see the movie now? Because, all these actors walked out. Maybe it works out good for him, but who knows? So, this one's really, they want to get the labor contracts recertified. They also want streaming service they wanted, residuals from streaming services as well. Brain fart there. They want greater regulation of self-tape auditions, which that one's the only one I don't particularly understand because you can tape an audition and send it. I don't know what they're going to do that would regulate that. Maybe just make it so you can only do certain things. Who knows? But then again, Tom Holland got Spider-Man partially because he did a backflip or something, so whatever. And then they want to prevent artificial intelligence from replacing actors on set, which makes sense because supposedly it's been happening a little bit where these actors, these extras were being scanned. They were paid like $100 for the day and then they were scanned, and now these companies have their likeness, which isn't right. That one's one that I can understand completely. Audition tapes, I'm kind of on the fence about. Streaming residuals makes sense. Labor contract, I don't know much about either, so I'm more side, you know, I think these are both things that need to happen. It's not something we want to happen, obviously, because it just makes it worse for everybody, because all these people like myself who want to see movies are all getting pushed back. I mean, Deadpool 3, Venom 3, pretty much any Marvel or Star Wars project set to come out next year's probably canned at this point. Any shows that are filming stopped filming. Stranger Things is done. So, you know, it's kind of one of those situations where I understand where they're coming from, but as a person, you know, we just had COVID happen, and now this is happening, so it's going to be like, here's a blip of no movies and shows for a while, and then here's another one. So I think we're at the point where people are just going to completely give in to streaming. And I don't like saying that, but that's the way it's going. So hopefully this is fixed soon. I hope within the next month or two, but who knows? Only time will tell when we look back on this and see what damage it's caused to the industry. So I don't really want to say don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because there's nothing to really comment too much about. I mean, you can like and subscribe here, but this is kind of a downer subject, so don't forget to... Don't even say it, Damien. Have a far off night.